I'm out doing a bit of hedge trimming and I'm struggling with my controls here. I've got two issues. Firstly, the rubber things around here have all cracked. Look, they've split. These keep all the dirt and dust out of here, but the rubber's gone rock hard, and what I'm finding is that they're getting in the way. And I've ordered some new ones. They're 16 quid each. It's flipping expensive, so I'm gonna have to, well, that's a right pain. I'm gonna take these all apart, these three, and then I wonder if that unscrews. How do you get them over there? Oh, brilliant. This is not going to be easy. I don't know. Oh, I wonder if they unscrew. I hope they unscrew. We'll get them all grips on there and unscrew those, and then I presume that if I heat them or warm them up, I can cut these off and slide them off. Look, it's rock hard. The other thing as well, I've got to make a little bracket or something to lift this up, because the problem I'm finding is I can't push the levers forward enough. That one's not too bad. That's got quite a good clearance, but so they come back a long way, look, like that, and that's halfway, but I've hardly got any clearance on this child's seat here for moving the things, and this is a bracket that was made up. They've done a good job, actually. I wonder if I can, you see, I wonder if I can adapt the bracket they've made, but it's pretty solid in there. That one's going up. The only one's going up a flipping centimetre, but I don't want to drill more holes into there, perhaps. I'm wondering whether to make a little piece of steel just to stick on there. Or if I lift this up, unbolt that and have that go up. Something to think about, isn't it? I could bolt a piece of metal on there a bit higher up. It doesn't need to go up much, that's the annoying thing. It only needs to go up about a centimetre or a couple of centimetres, and I'll be alright. Right, well, that's my little job today. Sort this out anyway. Right, so I've just loosened those off, and they just slot in there and go along there, and there's a lip there that bit rests on. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, rather than make another bracket to go there, I think I'm going to do something here. Undo those bolts, lift that up with a piece of steel so it's a bit higher, and then rebolt it. That way I keep the lip there that rests on. So I've just got to go and see what I can do with that. Oh, let's have a go. Well, just got my tape measure. I just realised I probably ought to just measure that along there, just to see what sort of length of steel I need, really. So I need, that's 20 centimetres. I probably want about 19 centimetres of steel. And then I probably want it to go up. So it's going to bolt on there. I want it to go up about 2 inches. And that'll give me enough clearance then. Quite funny then, I just realised I was just talking in centimetres and inches. I think that's the age I'm at. You see, when I was at school, we still got taught both. And I don't expect at school you get taught inches anymore. Although, do you know what? Sometimes it's easier to do it in inches and sometimes it's easier to do it in centimetres. A mix of two, probably not the best. Anyway, let's have a look. Got some steel here. So, come in handy again. This is the old steel from the muck spreader. Look at that. I wonder what that is distance wise. Well, that's nearly right. That's 20 centimetres. You could probably use that. Go down about 2 inches on that. So all I just need to do is cut along there and I'll be alright. There we go, that'll do. go, one piece of metal. I didn't get it quite flush, but I was doing it with a pen, so it's like, do you know what, that doesn't really matter. Only, as usual, these things, the only people who see this are you guys. Normally on a farm, you just do a quick do, no one will see it. But because I'm YouTubing, you see my bodge. Okay, so let's get that off there. Another useful bit of scrap used. Right, so we have this piece here. I'm going to drill some holes in that. I'll probably have to undo the bit, mark it up there, and work out what I'm doing with that. Okay, so I've got a 13mm spanner on here. 13mm seems to be the spanner of choice for most jobs actually on the farm. 13 or 14mm. And a little pair of mole grips. Always good to have a little pair of mole grips. Trying to lose the bolt. Put that down there. Right. So what we've got here is this plate here. Let me put this down. Right. So the plan is to bolt that on there, and then so the plan is to bolt that on there. Let's have a look, and then that bit can go on up there a bit higher. That should make all the difference, I think. Let's have red on red. That's not ideal, is it? Right, so we've got two marks there, you can see, I can see. Let's drill those first before I worry about the other bit. We'll take the other bit with us anyway. We can do the other bit in the workshop. That's okay. Okay. Let's see if I can drill this out with my blunt drills. Right, goggles on. Always wear these. Let me see if I can get just a pilot hole. The trouble is, it's the typical farmer situation in the fact that all my drills have been used loads of times and they're all a little bit blunt. I'm not sure how good this one will be. Not going in very well. I might swap it for another one. See, I've got this lovely box of drills, but the trouble is I keep putting them back once I've used them. Some of these have been used quite a few times, and you sort of end up forgetting which ones are the good ones and which ones are the bad ones that you've used. They're all getting on a bit now. I need to buy a new set really. Let's try that anyway. Got myself a pilot hole in that one. Oh, look at that, snapped the drill bit off. But the main thing is I've got a hole in there, that's the problem with these thin drills, they do tend to snap. So I've got to gradually build up size. I used to try and start with just a big drill bit, and then you realise it's hard work for the drill. There we go. That's it then. So that is the last two holes on there. So, in theory those line up. Yep, they do, sort of. I think, more or less. So I can bolt that on. I'm going to get... So I just need to do those holes go on the frame. I'm going to do some more holes on the top here. and then we're ready to go. Taking it, more drilling. Let's see how that works out. There we go, so we've got 4 holes. Those are the bolts. These are going to go on here, like that. I'm just going to take that edge off there with the file, I think. Really, that's just to stop me catching my hand on it. Same with the bolt holes there. We'll just take the burrs off. Take the burrs off there. This isn't about giving it a finish for kind of, you know, show. It's about just not having a rough edge to catch your fingers on. Let's have a look. Does that fit on there alright? It looks okay. There we go. That's typical. I haven't actually got any bolts that are just right. So the farmer bolts, you always end up with all these odds and sods like this. So I'll have to hunt through this and see what I can find. Don't think those are going to be quite, they're too big. These are way too big. Let's see what I can find out of this lot. Right, so I have got myself some bolts. They're not the best, not really what I wanted, but I have to make do with what I've got. I think these will do for now, and then we'll have to substitute at some other point. There you go, that's pretty good. I don't like the fact that this bit of the bolt is stuck out, but do you know what, that probably won't matter. Right, we're going to try it in a minute. So here we go then. Right, let's see if this fits on here. Well, that'll fit on there, and if I tighten that up, I should have plenty of movement on my levers. Let's just tighten that up a minute. Need some better washers behind there, I think. There you go, that's pretty firm now. So I reckon if I'm hedging now, see this bracket has just raised this up enough. Yeah, look, massive difference. Look at that, and go actually right down. That's what the problem was before. I couldn't get these levers down. That far one doesn't go down quite as far as I'd hoped, but also it's still level. You see, when I'm doing it, I actually rest my arm on here. It's up a bit higher than it was before, which is sort of slightly not quite as comfortable, but maybe I could raise the seat up a little bit, so I'm a bit higher on the seat, and that all works really well. And that's all it needed, was that just a couple of inches up. Made all the difference. And the good thing about that is that it's all removable, so I can take all this off if I want to. And there you go, it's a bit of muck spreader just there. Well done, brilliant. Right, I'm just waiting for these bits to arrive now, and then I can put those on. Look at that, that's tons better. Oh, there's so much more space on there for me to do stuff. It's actually, do you know what, I was thinking the hedge trimmer was out of oil or something, but so much better for control now. Just because I didn't have the play and the movement on the, you see the gap there, that's what it is. It's all about the gap.